Yo, this is GARDNA. I want to big up reggae.si, the only place where you'll find the freshest reggae music in Slovenia. Boom.
Welcome people, my name is Jure. We're here in this beautiful studio in Ljubljana.
Amazing.
Alongside me, upcoming artist, MC from UK, from Bristol. Performing tomorrow here in Ljubljana Outlook Launch Party.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, bro, welcome.
Safe, man.
My man GARDNA.
Big up.
How are you?
I'm good, man. We've had a nice day. Just we went to likkle. Yeah, just got in Ljubljana early this morning. Just been doing up some tourist stuff, you know, with my brother Fat Stash. Just yeah, enjoying the vibes, man. Having some local produce, some local beers, you know.
How do you like Slovenia so far?
So far, so good. The people are nice. You guys have looked after us today. We're looking forward to the club tomorrow. Yeah, it seems like a great place. We've only drove through the mountains before to get from Venice to Pula for Outlook Festival, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be here in Slovenia doing the Outlook Launch Party tomorrow at the Gala.
Nice. So can you like shortly introduce yourself to our followers who GARDNA is?
So GARDNA, run a record label called Boomtown, and yeah, I'm an MC from Bristol, UK, and we represent all things sound system music, be that reggae influenced stuff, dub, hip hop, jungle, grime. You know, my style is a fusion of those things.
Sound system style.
Sound system
Everything
style is
bass
the bass, yeah. It's all, as long as it's got a bass line, we're in.
How long do you perform? Like how long do you are involved?
Some time now. I mean, like I started doing this as a teenager, just rapping and just trying to find my way with it. But I guess the sound system thing, as soon when I found my niche when I started spitting over reggae beats, and from there, you know, things progressed and started working with good producers, and you know, they started to get more renowned and across the years, and yeah, we're here now, just touring most weekends across the UK and Europe. I have an album on the go, and yeah, it's all vibes for me.
You mentioned you were spinning reggae, so you are also a DJ or just a...
sometimes. I said spitting over reggae, like
okay, sorry, yeah.
MCing over reggae. But you know, you might catch me doing a cheeky DJ set every now and then, bro, when the time's right.
Multi-talent, then you said.
Yeah.
When was that moment when music became like more than just hobby? When did you become like an artist, not just a visitor on the parties? Do you remember that moment?
I don't know. It wasn't a moment. It was a time, really. You know, there was a time where I've been like putting out a few tracks, maybe I think with Dread Squad, a few of those tunes, and then like, you know, they started to get a few more views than what I would usually be picking up by just putting out random hip hop songs online. I switched the style and did a few like kind of ska kind of tunes with Dread Squad, and that's where I started getting a bit of more traction from the European crew, and I guess yeah, that was definitely a good starting point for me, and that was a point where I was like, alright, I can do this, you know, with many producers in many countries and spread the thing.
Who influenced you like the most? Who are your influencer when you were younger that you became what you are today?
I mean, like I've always been inspired by like Mike Skinner in the Streets. He's a very iconic UK MC, poet, whatever you want to call him. He's extraordinaire. Just always been inspired by like sound system culture, just going to raves, being there, like, you know, just attending and being a punter. That's where I was first. Mm-hmm. A lot of my lyrics are inspired by being in the dance, you know, and raving, so it's like that's where I gain most of my inspiration, I think.
There's a lot of raves, drum and bass, jungle parties in Bristol.
Yeah, every night of the week.
Nice, I need to go there.
Yes, it's the best, it's the hot pot for it, really, man. It's one of the best places in the world for it. Not biased, but yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, Bristol gave us so many talented MCs, producers, sound systems. It must be something in the water there or in the air or something. Like, I don't know how by your opinion, why is Bristol scene so strong?
I think it's just because it's you know, you can walk down the street and it's just got a vibe in it. Like, and I think because of the volume of, like, you know, not so much now, but a few years ago, because of the volume of the clubs and, you know, how dense the city is, you can walk down the street and see, you know, one of the producers that you've loved all your life, and they just live there, you know, like it's crazy.
It's easier to make connections than.
Yeah, it's just everyone. It's a community. Everyone knows each other. So.
Yeah, because I mean, if we mention a couple of the artists you work with, collaborate with, like Eva Lazarus, then Gentleman's Dub. You just toured with Gentleman's Dub Club.
Yeah, just went on tour with them.
And stuff like you have all the hit artists at the moment, like by your side, performing with you, or you with them. Like, it's nice. Yeah. How was the tour with?
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Where did you go?
So their tour was longer than like the dates that I was added to. I just did 4 dates with them. I did Falmouth, Newcastle, London, and Bristol, and yeah, they were all amazing. I was warming up these shows, doing my own live PA show, which is what I'm doing tomorrow in Ljubljana, and then I'd go on and do Rude Boy with the band, and yeah, that single for me really just did work wonders for me last year, you know, like, and you know, having someone like GDC like back in your thing, it's nice. And you know, big ups to the Next Men as well, because they're equally a massive part of that project. You know, the Next Men and Gentleman's Dub Club was the project. So big ups to those two. Yeah.
Next Man is where your production actually.
Yeah, so I was just showing you some bits earlier. Yeah, they're producing my album, which is coming out September time, and yeah, it's I can't say too much about it, but yeah, it's gonna be fire. I showed you some bits.
Yeah, I can confirm it's gonna be fire for sure. So, I mean, is it even like, does it make sense to ask you what's your favorite performer? Like, what was your most, like, not famous, the performance you like the best? Probably Boomtown Fair.
Oh yeah, I mean, like,
if it's
yeah, I've definitely had some of the best gigs of my life with Fat Stash at Boomtown. You know, we've done the Poco Loco stage is something that we've done past few years, and it's just incredible. Like we've been able to do like the GARDNA and Friends show there a couple of times, where we invite like all of the people who do the hooks on my tunes. Like, you know, last time we had Eva and Inja and Parley B and Tiffany Juno, and just these acts would come through on the set and just like do their part in the songs, and it just makes it amazing. But Glastonbury is another one. Glastonbury Festival, we did the Boom Sound takeover there, and yeah, like had like 5,000 people from the very start until the very end, just locked in there, and it was just amazing. Incredible.
You performed also on Outlook, or you just visited there?
No. I've been playing at Outlook for this will be my 7th year, so that makes me feel old.
A resident.
yeah. It's somewhere I will keep visiting, and you know, it's the last year now, but you know, more power to Outlook in what they do in their next venture.
So, like, I know that not a lot of Slovenian people are going to Boomtown. Is there anything you can like compare it with the Outlook? Is the vibe similar or
not similar at all?
No. What's the main difference?
Boomtown, well, firstly, Outlook's on a beach and it's in an old Croatian fort, and it has its own magic. They're both like in my top 5 festivals, but I love them both for very different reasons. You know, Outlook strikes me as more of a holiday where it's all about the sound system, and you know, you can play music however loud you want at Outlook, and you see all of the top DJs playing on, you know, a sound system which you don't necessarily get in the UK because of the sound restrictions that we face. But you know, it doesn't necessarily mean to say that it's going to be like that at all the UK festivals. But some of the UK festivals, you know, they are hit with these sound restrictions where, you know, and you see like one of your favourite DJs on a hench rig, and it's just unbelievable. But Boomtown is like, it's our family from Bristol, really, like, and what they've done with it is amazing. It is literally a town. It's a city. They build a city, and it gets like madder and madder every year. With like, you know, it was at one time, you know, like a small ring, and like, you know, it was very much based on electronic music and maybe festival live bands, but you know, now it's got to the point where they're introducing like new things, like, you know, they're introducing like a kids town and a metal stage, and you know, a ska stage, and like strictly like hardcore and ragga stage, and you know, and everything in between. They always have the roots reggae thing there, and it's just something for everyone now. This is literally a city, you know, a multicultural city is what it is.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, underground music festival in Europe or world.
I would say so. I would definitely say so. I'd say it's probably the biggest, you know, underground culture festival in the world, probably.
Yeah, we heard a lot of good things from it.
For sure.
So need to visit one day.
Yeah, man.
If we go back to you a little bit, what does GARDNA listen when he's not performing? What do you listen like when you're traveling on your speakers? And
you know what, man? You know, I listen to all sorts. You'd be surprised about the random stuff I listen to. But you know, I listen from everything to, you know, drum and bass to jungle to hip hop to R&B to house music to techno, you know, to dancehall to grime to UK funky. You know, it's hard to. I don't like pinpoint in like any genres. It's just if it's a vibe, you know, it's music, isn't it? At the end of the day,
the tune is good. Is good.
Yeah. Some people's like, you know, on Spotify, like you can see what your friends have been listening to up in the top corner. They're like, well, I didn't know that you listened to this like 90s R&B singer. Like, what? And I'm like, well, you know, like it's just music, man. It's a vibe.
Is there any like favorite artist, like the one you would like pinpoint now that either upcoming or like really like role model or?
I'd say that's two different things. I'd say like an artist that I'm always pushing who's upcoming is Creed. He's someone who's releasing music on our label, as someone I've collaborated with for many years now, and the guy's just incredible. So if you're listening to this, check out Creed. It's KREED, and yeah, he has an EP coming out on our label. His first solo EP on the label. Tracks with Killer P, Ryder Shafiq, and yeah, some other exciting thing that I can't say. But and then an exciting. Sorry, what did you say? That I've gone with someone I look up to.
Role model or something like a. I don't know. Do you perform by anybody like you were like a fan, not performer, but still on stage like?
Definitely with like the Next Men and Gentlemen's Dub Club, like. I've been listening to them since forever, you know, since I can remember. So, and Kiko Bun and Holly Cook, you know, and Eva Lazarus, like being able to make music and, you know, be on stage with these people and even be friends with them, like it's just something that I didn't think about a few years ago. So yeah.
Nice. Well, would you like to put a message for our followers for the end or something?
Yes. Big up, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you down at the Outlet Launch Party tomorrow, and yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. So yeah, big up. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Yeah, man.
Peace out. Yes, this is GARDNA. I want to big up reggae.si, the freshest place where you'll find the freshest reggae dubs in the whole of Slovenia. This is GARDNA representing. Big ups.